Welcome to Small Town Snarks. I'm Joel.
And I'm Miranda. Let's get snarky.
Besides all that, I like a little bright star, pour me another round.
What? You went rogue. Muscat wine make me feel so fine. I like hard liquor. It hits me quicker.
Shot on whiskey, got me feeling frisky. How about I'm rubbing cookie gun with an extra bit of so okay. How about I'm rubbing cookie gun with an extra bit of so
Shiny penny.
Shiny penny.
Oh, we're keeping all that in there.
Yeah.
All that just happened. So that was award winning right there. We could win a podcasting award for that. That was
What are the podcast awards called?
Oh, the
casting.
It's here.
It's here.
It's here. Streamies?
No.
Streamies.
Is it the stream?
No, that's
live stream.
like YouTube.
Yeah. Yes.
But you guys are on YouTube.
We are. Oh. We could win the streamy. Oh my god.
Put it on the vision board.
Yes. Yeah.
Good people at YouTube.
Yes. Lend me your ear. We are back, and the Bright Star fun continues on.
Yep, we're gonna throw some babies. Everyone,
welcome back.
don't. What is this?
What is this?
What is this? What is the Hello Dolly quote? It's like, don't bother bringing your babies because you're just gonna throw them in the air anyway.
What?
I was like, when Hello Dolly was playing at the theater that To Kill a Mockingbird is at, and they had a sign outside that was like, don't bother wearing your hats, you're just gonna throw them in the air anyway.
Oh, I didn't know. What was that?
Churro, I just said churro. My dad, Eric.
Yeah, he's been here. We're losing it.
He took a picture of it. I'll see if I can find it. But don't bother holding your babies. You're just gonna throw them anyway.
Oh my gosh! And if you couldn't hear from the additional laughter, we're joined by. We are rejoined.
Rejoined.
We are rejoined by.
Rejoiced.
We are rejoiced, and we are rejoined by none other than Jessie. Hi, Jessie. Welcome back. We're so happy that you're here.
I'm very happy to be here because this is one of my favorite shows.
It's one of your favorite shows.
It's one of my favorite shows.
I
would do it in a heartbeat anytime.
We joke about that, and by joke about, I mean seriously consider that all the time because it is. I don't want to say it's one of. I would say it's in my top 5 favorite musicals of all time.
Musically, one of the most beautiful shows.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yes.
I know that's bold, but I would stand by it.
Yeah, I mean, it just. If stupid Hamilton hadn't been Hamilton, it probably would have won some awards. Probably would have played for longer than 2.5 months.
Miranda.
People would have.
I mean, Waitress would have probably won over.
Oh, Waitress.
I know, but it's the hype.
Yeah.
It's all about the hype. No one understood Bright Star, and Bright Star is hard to market.
It is hard to market,
but once you get them in there,
you sold them on it.
it's an experience.
Yeah, and we've talked so much about Bright Star up to this point, and that whole process. I mean, it was my first time directing solo, and it was just I have an opportunity to just pick out a show that I loved, and it was just the way to go.
Yeah, you had first introduced me to it while we were painting Legally Blonde.
Yes, that sounds right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and
along with other obscure musicals like that little Chestnut 6.
I know.
Yeah.
Have you heard of the show that's in London?
Yeah. Some people say it's going to be a thing in a couple years.
You also showed me the costume change that Alice Murphy does.
Yeah,
when she goes back in time.
Yeah, way back in the day, I would have gone with you. Yeah.
Man,
music is so
I want to do it again.
I know.
I do. I want to do it again.
Yeah. So you were in Bright Star.
I was in Bright Star.
You were.
That was my first time really meeting you because you weren't very involved with Mamma Mia.
No.
Yeah.
We kind of just I was around.
Yeah.
But
I had seen you, but I had never really spoken to you.
Yeah, you were like, who's that?
I was like,
random guy that's just around.
well, when we were getting ready for the audition, I was like, okay, I know Abby, and Abby is very intimidating because she's so talented and professional, and I was just like, okay, so I'm nervous because Abby's there. I know Miranda, and I didn't know you. You were the third person. I was like, I don't know his name. I was like extra nervous.
And then you met me, and you're like, oh.
And then I was never intimidated again.
You had one of my favorite parts in that show.
I do. I love the comedic relief
Yes.
roles.
Well, I will say this not just because he's sitting here, but also you and Daryl were like a match made in comedy heaven in that show.
We were a good duo. I love working with Daryl.
Yes, yes. And we discussed on I think I mentioned this on Daryl's podcast episode. One of my favorite things and favorite memories from the show, and I have this folder on my phone that I keep of photos from shows that I've worked on that just one day if I ever put together a professional
just slideshow,
little thing of just of all the work that I've done.
Your memoir.
For my memoir, yes. Yes.
Your director's reel.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I just have some photos that I just really am proud of just shows that I worked on, and one of them is of you and Daryl behind the counter.
Fighting.
Yes, it is just iconic.
I love that.
And I was like, Daryl, I think, was under the counter or something. Yeah, it just was so good. But let's take a jump back.
Yeah.
I'm at the end of the show already.
You're so excited.
I am so excited to talk about this show.
Love it.
Do you remember your audition for Red Star?
I do. I remember callbacks more than the audition. But so my husband and I practiced a ton for the callbacks. That the duet song, I can't even remember what it is. You're a good girl.
Y'all know better than to be here. Whatever.
You guys didn't pair us together strategically, but we had a dance. We had a whole thing for it.
So, man, I wish we would have now.
Were you all, I was supposed to say, do you all still remember it?
Probably. We could figure it out. But yeah, we had we practiced so much for that duet because we were like, because we never, in Mamma Mia, we didn't interact pretty much at all. I was on stage when he was on stage, but that was it. Yeah. And we're like, oh my god, what if we got to interact? And we didn't interact at all during Bright Star. We weren't even in the same timeline. Yeah. So well,
I guess that's true. Yeah.
No, we didn't interact at all. But I remember the callbacks a lot more clearly than I remember the audition. And that's where I met I introduced myself to the woman who ended up playing Alice Murphy's mother. Because I try and be really friendly at auditions. I feel like people are nervous, and I just try to. I also am just a nervous talker, so I'm trying to make friends while I'm trying to get my anxiety out. So I met her, and she's one of my favorite people now, and yeah,
we can mention her by name. She's been on the podcast
she's been on the
before.
podcast.
Yes, Katie. Yes.
Shout out, girl. Yes. That's where I met her, and I basically was like, "Hi, my name is." I just spazzed all over her, and she was very sweet. But yeah. So I remember callbacks a lot better. I don't even remember what I sang for my actual audition.
I have notes from past shows, and I think Bright Star is one of them. I'll have to check and see if I still have your my. I do
terrible. Where will we put her?
It might have been. I have
probably.
I have such shorthand with auditions where I'm like, okay, great. You'll sing your song, and I'll be like, sounds great. Or and then usually we have to go back and refer to the videos and things, and it's very much so from that standpoint. But I don't remember what song you sang. I also don't.
I know it was Alice's song, but I just don't. I think I think it was probably way back in the day.
Mm. Yeah, and I honestly, thinking about it, I don't remember the actual auditions. I remember callbacks because they were in one of the rooms that we were using for construction.
Right.
And there was sawdust all over the floor.
Yes, it was kind of slippy.
Yes.
I remember auditions.
Oh, do you? Oh, yes. Oh, of course I remember auditions. That is so, yes. Yeah, they were on stage. I remember that now.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yes, because, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You, go ahead.
You want to tell that story?
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, I'm trying to remember, because I'm thinking of one thing, and you're probably thinking of something else.
Furniture?
Oh, I was not thinking about that. Why don't you tell that story?
But I feel like I'm always the grumpy old lady.
Was it they needed to come in and they needed to measure furniture?
No.
Or they needed to get furniture?
I
don't know. I'm mixing that story up with the measurement story.
Yeah. So the other company in the building, the head honcho of that company was not there that day.
Mm-hmm.
And that person was the one who told us we could be on the stage. And I don't believe it was during your audition.
I feel like I would remember.
During a couple auditions, people from that company were grabbing furniture pieces and sliding them across the stage behind people who were literally auditioning.
Right.
I think it was during mine, actually.
Was it?
Yeah.
I remember it. It was during a couple people, and after one of them, like, I went out and I called up the person in charge. I was like, and she didn't answer, of course. And I texted her. I was like, hey, like, we're having auditions. You knew we were having auditions. Your people are literally, like, dragging furniture behind the people auditioning. And then I think she eventually got back to me and was like, I told them to stop. And I'm like, okay. I think we even said something like, hey, could you please, like, not do that? And they were like, well, we just need this one other thing. And then they grabbed it and
dragged
it was like, I literally said out loud in front of whoever was auditioning during part of that, I was like, this is my villain origin story. This is it.
Right.
I just couldn't believe that was happening.
Yeah, I'd forgotten about that. It was as soon as you brought that up, I remember there were some other things just from that audition process, just memorable moments with people. Katie has a really memorable audition story from that. I won't share it, but it was very Katie, which I love, and it's so funny to think about how long, it's just, with all of you, it's like, I feel like I've known you all for so long to just think that, like, that was my first opportunity to, like, I mean, I knew you all from your Mamma Mia auditions,
right.
But, like...
And I think, like, almost everybody else, other than Katie and the Papa Murphy, were Mamma Mia people, weren't they?
There were a couple ensemble members.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That were also brand new, but it was a hard show to be like, hey, come do Bright Star. It's like, what is Bright Star?
Yeah, I had never heard of it before. I, like, through Mamma Mia, like, hearing through you guys, I was like, started researching it, and I was like, this is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Music's just so pretty. Those harmonies are so lovely.
I wish I could play the banjo.
Me too.
Can you imagine me just sitting there playing the banjo?
I also wish Miranda could play the banjo.
That would be pretty cool.
So coming up on the next episode of
Miranda
banjo solo
poorly plays the banjo.
Miranda learns how to play the banjo.
Miranda's banjo corner.
Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it. So we had auditions, and then we moved into the rehearsal process.
Yeah.
Which I know we talked about on your Mamma Mia episode about, trying to reherse two shows at once. Time sharing. And that summer was a unique time because, we've said many times we weren't quite sure what that process looked like and, balancing that out. But I have some really, like, specific memories of you during that rehearsal process. It's not per se, like... It's not per se like things that you do, but like I just remember things happening that you were privy to, or like just moments, and like we didn't really know each other well then, and I was having like some like professional like life changes around that time, and I remember like coming in and I was having like it was a really rough day at work, and I like was actually getting ready to start a new job.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, and I remember like walking in and I was just in a really like sour mood, and you were like, Joel, how's it going today? It's like, let me tell you, like, I'm starting a new job, and like I can't wait because everything else is awful. And you were just like, okay, yeah,
I hear you.
Yeah.
The polite answer is fine.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like,
Like, I didn't really want the real answer.
yes, I was like, okay, Jesse seems like the right person that I could just tell everything to, and it's
And I'm still here.
yes,
Yeah.
and we appreciate you for it. I did exactly. But yeah, I don't know why that memory sticks in my head, but the other one that really sticks in my head. This isn't just indicative of you, but I just remember you at this moment and a couple other people in the cast. We had to take photos.
Oh, yeah. Our photo shoots.
It was right after you all learned another round. I was like, okay, great.
Sweaty. I was like, why are we doing this?
Yes. Okay. So listeners, I have a really bad issue with remembering certain marketing things sometimes,
Yes.
which is really funny because that's my profession in life.
Yes.
Now, with that being said, Miranda would message me and say, "Hey,
Please take
I
pictures.
need photos of everybody for social media."
Mhm.
And I'd say, "Sure, Miranda, not a problem." And then that rehearsal would go by, and then Miranda would say, "Hey, Joel, did you give me those photos?" "Oh yeah, you wanted photos. Yeah, I'll get them tonight." 3 rehearsals later, as you know, we do this every. It's this.
I didn't get them, and now we're breaking for a holiday.
Yeah. Yes. So I was on like day 6 of just forgetting to do photos, and I was like, okay, I really need to get photos tonight. And it just so happened that you all were learning.
Like, Katie and I have joked, that is the sweatiest show we've ever done. Like, it was a really hot August when we were, like, rehearsing.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember distinctly, I was like, now? Okay. And I look very enthused in that picture that went out
You all
on
were really
social
game
media.
for it, but it was like the entire.
red and covered in sweat.
Is that the one at the bar?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I'm like holding.
Yeah, so you have to.
I'm like,
Yeah,
sweating.
I don't know why those are the 2 like really unique moments that are popping out of my head. It was such a hot summer, and like that space had no air at all. I mean, it was just brutally hot.
Yeah.
And some of those numbers, like you said, were just really, really. I mean, that number in particular was really intense.
I was like, oh man. As not the strongest answer, I was like, this is rough stuff.
We're gonna get pictures after.
Yes.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, because that was like an artsy summer for us when it came to social media. Because I know there's like a photo of me, just, 35 pounds lighter and, living my best life. Just like, it was me with, it had a blue background. It was like why I wanted to direct Bright Star. Do you remember this graphic that you put together? Do you remember this?
I think I do.
Yeah, and it was like a photo of me from like 8 months prior to that, and I was like, okay, great, we're really going for it. And then I think those photos were also like modified with a fun background and like a little bit of description. Yeah.
So the year before that was the last year that we had our social media person that we had had the whole time. So this was when I was taking over, and you picked the show no one had heard of.
Yes.
And I was scared.
How do I market this?
Oh my goodness. But do you have any fun memories from that rehearsal process?
So one, I remember locking eyes with you at one point when the first time 2 of the characters had to kiss, and like, it was an intense kiss.
Yep.
Like, not a stage kiss, and I just felt very unprepared for it, and I wasn't sure if both parties were okay with it, and I just looked at you, I was like, it's okay.
For listeners,
They
was
were both
not
okay with it.
It was not scripted.
They were okay with it. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yes.
It wasn't scripted to be an intense kiss.
Mm-hmm.
And normally we have to push a little bit to get people to the point where they'll kiss on stage. Cause
by push, we mean, we work with them for comfort levels, but we get them to where they need to be.
But we're like, okay, you need to rip the Band-Aid off. It's time.
Yeah.
But these people just went straight in.
They committed.
I also remember looking at your face.
Yeah. Well, I was just like, because I wasn't sure, like, I wasn't there for the discussion, like, now we're gonna stage kiss. I was like, did he direct them to do
No,
this?
I
could
remember
tell
that
immediately by looking at you that you did not.
If I remember that correctly, we just started, like, I said, okay, we're going to run this number. We hadn't done any of that yet, and they just did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
don't think we were in the point of the process where we would be like, okay, like, it's time to, like, start doing the...
Yeah, you didn't even ask them to kiss at that point, and it looked... Your face looked like someone had just showed you pornography. Like, it was... I could feel the discomfort, and it just kept going. Like,
it went on.
It went on.
Yeah.
And on.
Yeah.
And on.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And on.
Yes. Yep. And on.
Ew.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that was one memory that I was like, I just, like, locked eyes with you and I was like, okay.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. No, I remember that now.
But one of my other favorites is just my husband, like, every night he got, like, more, he had to, like, to scream this one line, and he'd be like, I did it for you! And then he'd, like, that was his exit part, so he'd be like, and then he'd hit behind the stage and go, hey. Like, it just immediately changed in emotion. I was like, all right.
You both were so good in that show.
Oh.
Like, just so...
He said he wants to do that show a million times, too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well,
Bring it back.
I told you, or I think he told you, his dream is when Finn, our son, is older, he can play Jimmy right, and Paul can be the mayor again and be his dad.
Well, and I said, Finn's the perfect age right now to throw him in a suitcase and just... You know, have him be the baby.
Listeners, first off, if you weren't paying attention in this first episode when we discussed the plot of Bright Star.
Yeah, spoilers.
There is a baby thrown from a train. A very dramatic end of Act 1 moment.
No babies were harmed in the making of our production, though.
But again, if you were paying attention in that first episode, you would have heard about all of our troubleshooting that we had to do. And it just was... I have been referred to as an art house director, and I have some wild ideas sometimes, and I'm very proud of that.
I remember trying to fishing line the suitcase, and it dropped and made a really loud noise, and your husband just goes, nope. Nope. Cut it. Nope.
Yeah. So I was in the bathroom, and like it was attached to the fishing line.
Yeah.
I went to the bathroom.
It looked really cool for a minute before it broke.
I heard a crash. And in hindsight, I'm glad it did not work, because at around the same time, the person with the other company told us that we could no longer go up in the booth ever.
Oh.
So.
And this was beyond the booth.
That would have, it would have like ruined part of our show if that had happened like during it, and because they started locking it, like we literally couldn't get up there at all.
Unless they wanted to watch the show, in which case, it was wide open.
Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Stand by, listeners.
Stand by. But yeah, in hindsight, it wasn't the best idea, but it was an idea, and it looked cool.
It looked really cool, and that was, until it fell, and then it scared us all to death.
That was option 253.
Yeah.
And we finally ended with option 254.
Yeah.
Just throw it.
Yeah, not just throw it. People kept it. Yes. Oh, yes.
You know what? It worked out really well.
It did.
Because they had dance lights, like, in the wings, and I was like, oh my god, they're going to throw it right into the dance light. Yeah. I'm so proud of what I contributed to that moment.
Yeah, you did. I always say that, in moments like that, it's so hard to tell whether or not an audience is really paying attention to what's going on.
Yeah.
And there were so many moments in that show where it's like, oh, you all, okay, you've stuck around this long.
You're awake now.
You're awake now. Well, you're awake now, but you know what's going on.
Yeah.
And you're feeling like you're following along these characters. You know what's going on. And that show was so serious in so many different ways. And like, when the baby was thrown, the gasps and the reaction to... There's still a very specific Joel moment in that show, which we'll talk about with the performances, but just, the use of a blanket and how that was used in that show, I was really proud of. I mean, there was just so many moments like that where it was like great to check in with the audience, to be like, oh, okay, oh, you're enjoying it.
Yeah.
And that also was always the case whenever you all were on stage. I mean, you and Daryl just like...
We got to lighten it up a little bit.
You did, in such a heavy moment, and like the levity of you all versus every other character you got to act against.
Yeah.
Was just spot on.
I think if we do the show in 20 years, like, nothing says that Lucy has to be young. She's a drinker and she's a little floozy, but she can be an old floozy drinker.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. 10, 20 years. Yeah, we'll just do
Who
it all
says
again.
she has to be young?
Next year?
Next year. Spoiler alert, listeners.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first.
2027.
Now there have been a couple shows that you've done that aren't very well known, where there have been those moments where you're like, where I've had a moment where I'm like, they're in it. Mm-hmm. They're invested.
I know. I feel like August Osage is one of those.
Oh my gosh.
That, like,
I can't wait to talk about that.
The one line, I know we're all thinking of the same line, but you could tell when the audience, that clicked.
Yeah. Well, and that show was a whole nother beast in itself. I mean, it going on for as long as it did, and you get to the last few scenes, and people are reacting such an audible way.
Well, I had this with, and then there were none recently, because it's a slow burner, and every time when the killer was revealed, you would hear a gasp, and I was like, oh, we got him.
Yes.
Like, they were in it.
There's nothing more rewarding for a director than when, your audience is really engaged. It's so satisfying.
During the train scene, because we were all on stage, during the train scene, and I loved hearing the audience react to that. And also, just the way you guys set up the train scene.
Oh, with the chairs.
I love a minimalist.
Me too.
Yeah.
I also love a minimalist.
It was good.
Yeah.
I thought it was really great.
The way that... Part of what I love about Bright Star, it's actually, it's messed up. You do not expect that character to... I mean, he's the jerk, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And, whatever. But for him to go to that extreme, you're not prepared for that when you see it the first time.
Yeah, and it's such a fun show to stage too, just from a performer's perspective, because there's so much in the way of acting that you get to do.
Yeah.
And this is my whole thing with minimalist sets, and as we talk more about, some of the shows that I've directed, what's so beneficial is that it forces an actor to have to not only cover for their character, but also help establish the space and establish
that's I moved so many set pieces and you change everything, but I love when that is part of your role, your track as an actor. I mean sometimes it's not convenient, but
some people did not love it, and we'll get to that.
Oh gosh.
Well, I had a meeting with someone who wants to direct a show next season, and they called it blockography.
Oh yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah, I hadn't heard that term for it yet, but I love that because I feel like it makes everyone feel more engaged with the story. It's you're literally crafting the story in front of people.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I feel that way too. I love it.
I will say, if we're talking about some of these scenes from Bright Star, we talked about Pour Me Another Round and how crazy that number was. I just loved the setup for that number with the shiny penny and just the energy of that number was so good. And was that the last time we used those little circles? No, we just dismantled the shiny penny for something. We did. We had it for something. What did we use it for? We did. I don't remember. Was it Pippin? No. Couldn't have been. No, it wasn't Pippin.
It was dead by then.
Oh. R.I.P. Penny.
It was something within the last year or so.
Yeah.
But, it's just an iconic set piece for sure.
I also love how, rather than just putting wheels on the desk, we put the desk on a huge platform that had to be moved.
Yeah, I will say there was that transition in the show of the house coming on stage, and I remember that being a huge undertaking for the cast of like specifically it was the transition into the where you been? You should have been here in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Like the two house pieces having to come together at the front of the stage, and that being a whole like production.
It would have been fine if everyone participated the way they were supposed to.
Yeah.
What I love about shows like that, it cracks me up because there'll be barely any transitions, and then when we get to one, it's like everyone forgets how they work, how they happen. It's like, what?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You want me to move what? Where?
Yeah, and I will say, as a director, I'm very guilty of that, of just, I always assume that people are like, okay, great, yeah, I know what my transitions are.
Yeah.
And then you get to Tech Week, and it's like, what is a transition?
What? I've never heard this word.
But I have a costume change in 20 minutes.
Yes.
You want me to move a box?
4 feet to the left? How will I ever make my costume change in time?
You want me to put the green box on the red spike?
Too soon. Miranda, too soon. One thing, and we didn't get to talk about this in Mamma Mia, but we're going to sing your praises for a moment.
Oh.
Yes. I discovered it with Bright Star, and I'm sure you had this be the case in Mamma Mia, but one thing that I will say about you, Jessie, is that you are so good at helping keep a positive energy. And that is so... When things are tiring and it's been a long
when
day,
you're in the weeds.
yeah, and you're in the weeds and it's Tech Week and you're on your third night and people keep putting the green tree on the red spike and you just can't take it anymore. Your positive energy is always just such a bright light, and it's a reminder to us of like, okay, great, people are enjoying this process, and yes, we're all stressed out, but they're
I love theater that even the most stressful moments, I'm still enjoying it because I love it. I love the process. I love the whole bits of it. So.
I remember too, like going off of the singing of the praises.
Yeah.
For the longest time, so you would host the cast parties, and like for the longest time, Joel and I had established this rule of like we're not going. Because we were trying to keep those professional boundaries, and I remember you like made it your mission to get us to the cast parties, and we finally started going. And even then, like,
do you remember which one was the first one? No, that's the first one we hosted. But the first
Sorry,
one...
Daryl just said Mamma Mia. Yes.
The first one you guys attended, because you didn't go to the Mamma Mia one.
Was it Sweeney? Or was it? It was August Osage, I think.
Was it August Osage?
I remember being there for that.
Yes, I remember being there for August Osage. Yeah, I remember seeing
it may have been that one. But like I even remember too, like when I was going through my like personal, very difficult time. Like you were pregnant at the time too, and I remember just being like, I need a friend. I need someone to talk to, and I remember texting you. And it was so funny because, like, I texted you, like, hey, like, I know we don't really talk outside of theater, but, like, I could use someone to talk to. And I was going to a party, and then I walk in. I just sent the text. And then I walk in. It's a costume party. I walk in, and I see her sitting there. I was like, oh, my God, she's going to see my vulnerable text at the party that I just walked into.
And she's dressed as a vampire.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what to do. But yeah, that's kind of how we developed our friendship, and I'm very, very grateful for it.
Yeah. We've been through so much.
I know.
Well, do you have any other fun Bright Star memories? We're definitely going to need you back on here to talk more.
Because, again, I have lunch with you guys every week.
Yeah.
And you got to see more of our shenanigans with Daryl.
Yes,
yeah, exactly.
I need to see more. I will say, so I, like, talked to you guys about this, but, like, Bright Star is one of those that, like, I had my... Casting didn't go the way I thought it would for myself in it. And I give myself a 24-hour grace period of being a little bratty and being like, I didn't get what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And Bright Star is one of those shining examples of you don't see the whole process of the audition. You don't see everyone's auditions. Mm-hmm. You don't see how everyone fits together in a show. Because truly, I think everyone was really exactly where I was supposed to be, like, cast in that. Even though, like, in my mind I was like, I want to be Alice. Our Alice was an amazing Alice, and it's a reminder to people, like, you're not seeing the whole picture of what the other people bring to the table and where everyone really truly fits and is going to shine. I think that was
It's always nice to hear that, because it is.
It was so
everyone
hard.
thinks, we've talked about this so many times, that, Miranda and I, we sit through auditions, and then, we go out and we say, absolutely not, and, this is how we're going to do it, because we're mean people, and we want to ruin everybody's lives.
Well,
and
you guys are mean people, but also you have to...
Exactly. But we do that, and we have a great time doing it, and we go and we eat our bonbons, and then we send out nasty emails telling you, how much we preferred somebody else, and that's, we just love doing that.
We just love hurting people's feelings.
Nothing could be farther from the truth.
Yeah.
The number of times that we have gone through casting where we sit in a room and it's like 5 hours of just like, yes, I want this person, but I want this one, but this person did this.
But if this person goes here, then that person has to go there, and that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's a puzzle. You have to see how people best fit.
But I think too, like, I mean, yeah, obviously we won't talk about this on the podcast, but there are some decisions that I would have changed after seeing everything. Not necessarily with Bright Star, but like with some shows, like it's so hard going off of like a 30-second audition and then callbacks and then having to make those decisions. And then later on, people will be like, I don't understand why you put this person in this part. And it's like, well, we didn't know they would turn out that way.
Exactly.
Sometimes that's the truth.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it truly is I want to say it's an art form in itself, but it kind of is. I mean, it's trying to, it's the closest I will ever get to predicting the future of,
Right.
I think 3 months down the line, this group of people are going to be a perfect group of people.
I think these people can get exactly where I need them to be.
Yeah.
I mean, I just did my first casting for Wizard of Oz, and I was like, oh my god, how do they do this? I can't break those kids' hearts.
Well, and that's a perfect example, because I can guarantee you almost at least half the girls came in and said, I want to be Dorothy.
Yeah.
And you're looking at them, and when you send those emails, you're like, some of these kids are going to cry.
Yeah.
And it sucks. And, like, that's when we have to make those tough decisions, and just knowing, like, people we really like are going to be really upset.
Yeah.
And that's so hard.
Yeah, and it always is that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's my advice to actors. Like, just remember that you don't have the zoomed out vision of, like, you only know your own audition. Maybe sometimes you can, like, eavesdrop on someone else's, but you still don't know how that fits with, who they've cast as the love interest. Like, everything has to work together,
And don't let that deter you from doing your best. Like, always do, like, if you don't audition, you definitely won't get it, right? And, like, always try to leave knowing that you did what you could, and then the rest is out of your hands.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a delicate balance, and I will say from the great thing about the Bright Star casting process, and this also, I mean, goes back to singing your praises and just the cast as a whole, but like it for someone who had never solo directed a show before, I was just such a great positive, for the most part, positive energy. Right.
Yeah, except when Jessie did that really weird thing.
I know. And she karate chopped the counter in half. I mean, that was...
that was
in the middle of the show.
I had to have my moment.
And Meryl got up and walked out.
In the middle of Bright Star.
Luckily she came back. Yeah.
Exactly. Oof. Well, and then there was that night when Jessie and Daryl got into a fist fight in the middle of that show.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. And she broke Daryl's nose.
Yeah.
Yeah. He cried.
He cried. For like 20 minutes in the middle of the show. We had to stop the show and everything.
I know.
Yeah.
Yikes.
It was after Meryl walked out, thank God.
Yeah.
She came back immediately right after he stopped crying. Yeah. Poor Daryl.
We did have some people walk out of Bright Star. Just remember that.
Really?
We had started a little bit late, and I think they were like, we want our money back. And then they held the show longer trying to get their money back because I had to pull up everything again, and like I was also running sound. I'm pretty sure that was Bright Star.
Whoa. I didn't know that.
Some older friends.
I mean, we'll talk more about the performances and whatnot, but like the reception of people after that show that had the same reaction that you did of like, I have no idea what this show's about, but gosh, did I have a good time.
Yeah.
Was I, you know,
It was a
gosh,
mixed bag.
Yeah.
There were a lot of older ladies that were in touch with some emotions that they haven't gone near in a long time.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Very, very
We'll
true.
talk about
My friend's mom, I still remember when I was like promoting the show, she commented on my Facebook post and she said, just looked up the synopsis. Weird.
That's what I should have pulled that quote for the marketing.
Yeah.
Audience say,
Weird.
Yeah, my favorite thing was the, how are we going to promote the show? Well, it's a musical written by Steve Martin.
Right?
Yes, that's Steve Martin.
That's
like,
Steve
yeah.
Martin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bluegrass.
It's bluegrass.
Oh, bluegrass.
It's a bluegrass.
Huh.
Right, but when
Well,
is
what is
Mamma
it-
Mia again?
What's it about?
Yeah.
Well, it's about family. It's a family Southern drama
Won't be Joel's-
musical
won't be
written
Joel's
by
last.
Steve Martin.
Joel loves him with Southern drama.
I do. I love a good family Southern drama.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just like drama, I think.
That also might be the case, too.
In theater?
Yeah, of all places.
Of all places.
And life.
And like, yeah, you know, just kind of just.
As long as it's not about you.
Yes, exactly.
Ain't that the truth
Ain't
for
that
everyone?
the truth?
As long as it's not
Yes.
revolving around me. Tell me all the tea.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Jesse, it was great having you back for this
Thank you.
episode. We've got so many more
I know,
shows
so
many.
on the docket that you're gonna have to come back for.
I don't
cannot
know if
wait.
I can listen to these while I have lunch, though. I can't listen to myself. I don't
Sure
watch
you
my
can.
I don't watch my own performances. I don't listen to them.
I think what we'll do for one episode is we'll set everything up, and then Joel and I will go get Mexican food, and you and Daryl will answer some questions that we leave
Oh
for
my
you.
gosh. Yeah, that sounds like a great episode.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Yes. Well, thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Pour me another round.
Pour me
Pour me
another
another
round.
round.
We should have this be the wine episode if we're talking about
Oh,
We need to do the wine episode.
we do. And we've got some good shows to talk to you
Oh.
about coming up that we can, yeah.
Yeah, there might be some more bleeps though, Daryl.
Yeah. There it is.
All right.
All right. Till next time.
Stay snarky.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a wrap. Thanks for getting snarky with us. We'll see you later.
See you next time.